You have made it this far in 2020, and March is going to be quite something. March is going to be an opportunity for you for huge transformation, and you will be called to make an important choice. So this video is going to be an energy update for March. You are divine. Hello, my beautiful children of the stars, and welcome to this YouTube channel. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss a single video coming out of this beautiful hot spiritual oven. And I'm on the dock. You might hear some noises there. I'm just gonna show you. I know you want to see what's going on here around us. Let's see. You see? I'm gonna give you a complete walk around. Ooh, this is beautiful. I'm gonna take the ferry right across there. We're waiting for the ferry. Take a look. There's a car right there. You can hear it. Let's go the other way. Let's see if we can show you what's going on, and I'm going to get into it. Stay tuned. You see, this is the dock I was walking down, and this is where the little ferry terminal is. Very cute, very small. So what scenery did you like best? How about this? How about this one? Okay, all right. So March energies. Wow. I'm going to address the elephant in the room. The coronavirus, the virus, the chaos. This is not a medical perspective. You first and foremost need to do what you need to do to protect yourself, of course. But this is my spiritual perspective and how I keep myself safe and sane. There's more than that happening too in the world. And you may find yourself quite in the middle of a place where there's a lot of problems, where perhaps people are getting sick. And what you have to do is create an eye of the storm, the calm. You have to create a space around you that is not touched by the storm. The question is how to do that and what it means exactly. So this is how I see it. This is how I see it. As you raise your vibration, stay calm, stay centered, stay focused. Do not buy into mass panic. Do not buy into always dealing with watching the news every single day, going deeper and deeper, investigating, really putting your attention and your focus on all that's happening. I'm not saying don't be informed. Inform yourself, but don't let yourself get dragged emotionally into the chaos, the panic, the trauma of what's happening. Stay centered, stay focused, know it's there, and do your spiritual work. You're going to be called. I said you're going to have to make a choice, and right now is the big test. Right now is the test. You know that we are ascending. The fifth dimension, which is paradise on earth, which is a different timeline than this timeline that we're seeing out there in the world with the coronavirus and everything. We are ascending, and you have to make a choice now. You have to make a choice. Are you going to let yourself be dragged down emotionally, physically? Are you going to let yourself be taken down and be pulled down and stay down in this chaotic 3D timeline? Or are you going to release it and move into a higher timeline, even if you're the only one on that timeline and everyone around you is not? Are you going to make the choice to ascend into that other timeline, to detach yourself from the trauma, from the drama, from everything that's happening, or not? You're being called to make that choice now in March. Now it's the test. So whatever situation you personally are in with chaos around you, and for me personally, it's not the coronavirus necessarily. It is when I'm traveling maybe, but it is family members, friends, everybody I know is having unbelievable problems. There is health problems, there is psychological problems, there is situational problems, there is financial problems. Everybody is crying for help because everyone is caught in the matrix of 3D disasters. Economical disasters, physical disasters, the disasters of the 3D reality. And I know that a lot of you are saying, okay, this is the reality. We are living in 3D. This is actually happening physically. How can I believe we're ascending? How can I even get out of this? And this is where you are going to be called to make a choice of inner strength and faith and belief and knowing. You're going to be called to remember that you are a divine being that can create your own reality even in the face of disaster around you. You're going to be called to make that choice. So the choice is like this. It's actually a series of many choices. For some of you, it might be that you wake up one day and say, okay, I'm not buying into this. I choose to be healthy and happy and create an abundant, positive reality for me now. But for most of you, it will be a series of small choices you make every day. A choice of fear and a choice of letting your mind and your emotions be pulled into the drama more and more. And if you do that, you start making small choices that correspond to the fear and the drama. And that will pull that reality to you, and it will pull you down from perhaps a reality that you are moving towards that is better. Okay? So the timeline you are on, you're watching this channel, you probably have been with me for a while, and you're a spiritual seeker, you're a starseed, you're a divine, powerful creator soul that is limitless. If you're watching this, you are. And I just want to remind you again, I remind you in every video, right? Every video I say, beautiful, divine starseed family. That's how I start every video, because I want to remind you right away that you are a beautiful, divine creator starseed that is so much more than what you see around you, and that is able. You are able to create a different reality than the one that you see that you do not like, than the one that is the real 3D timeline around you. You can create a different one. And you have to do this by making choice after choice every single day. That is your higher purpose, your higher timeline, your higher goal, your higher mission, your higher self. You have to make small choices. For example, making a choice, staying at home, watching the news every day, buying supplies, really buying negatively into the coronavirus, looking at the news and really freaking out. That is one timeline. And that means that you are stuck in that timeline, in that reality, and you don't even see anything else. You start to have that become your everyday reality for you, even though it might not be affecting you. But by acting this way and having this take over your mind and your day, you are pulling this reality closer to you, and you will be more susceptible to make negative choices, so you may be exposed. Do you see what I mean? And if you decide to make a choice to visualize a future timeline of happiness and health and paradise on earth, because that's what we're heading towards. We're heading towards paradise on earth. And it's your choice to visualize it, to believe it, to have faith, to see yourself there, and not see yourself on an airplane being coughed on and then later catching a virus. It is up to you. You have to make that choice to let go of the negative hanging on to the 3D reality, which is pretty dire in some places in the world or everywhere in the world now. You just have to turn on the news, and if you get pulled into that, then your world in your mind becomes horrible. It becomes disastrous. It's like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Where are we going? Is the world going down? Is it going to be a pandemic? What's going on? So you have to truly focus on what you want your life to be like. You have to focus on the vision of the higher 5D reality we're going into, and it's going to be your choice. So this is a choice of strength, of self-realization. This is a choice of, am I letting my mind just go where everyone is leading me? There is mass consciousness, which is very traumatized right now. I see like the mass consciousness above the earth is being fed with trauma, with terror, with everything that's going on. Yes, I know it is reality there, but if you feed into this mass consciousness that is in a very negative place right now, then you will become part of it. That will become your reality, and then you will be pulled into it, and you might be affected physically by that reality. And so I have made a choice not to do that. I have made a choice to step away from it, observe what's going on, but stand in my own reality of 5D paradise matrix ascension energy. Because life on earth is supposed to be beautiful, free of sickness, free of trauma, free of war. I know this. This is what life on earth is meant to be, and this is where we're heading. And for me personally, life is like that. For me, life is beautiful. For me personally, I am flowing every day with my intention and purpose, and I have beautiful encounters. I feel good. You know that I do a lot of bliss transmissions. I feel the bliss every single day, and little things are happening and big things are happening in my life that are beautiful and positive. There's nothing negative happening for me personally. The people around me, yes, and I am trying to hold space for them and help them without being dragged in. And this is where you need to make this choice in March. You have to make this choice. Okay, things are happening around you, maybe even to your family members that are horrible. How can you detach yourself energetically out of that matrix and say, I make a different choice? This is not me. I am strong, and I am holding my vision high to how I know that life can be for me now in a positive way. And by being strong, I can hold space for those people who are not able to do that. I make a choice now that my life is good, that I am healthy, that I am in the flow. I know that my guides and angels are helping me every single day to navigate through the storm around me. And that's how I do it too. I'm open all the time, in every moment, with my guides, for windows of opportunity to open for me to go safely through everything and to still pull good things to me. And if you buy so much into the matrix, then you're going to forget that. Then you won't be able to do that. Then you'll be so full of worry, and the collective conscious cloud, this dark cloud of illusion and negative beliefs and worry will be affecting you so much that you cannot be open to your synchronistic flow, the synchronistic flow of life that is there for you to help navigate you safely and happily and blissfully through anything that you're doing, anywhere where you're going. If you're traveling, I'm going to travel. I'm going to buy a ticket soon to go back to Germany. When I came back from Germany a couple of weeks ago, I stepped out of the airplane in Vancouver, and beside me was a flight from Shanghai, from Hong Kong, and there was another flight from South Korea. And everyone was walking around with masks, and it was quite a scenario. And in the first moment, I was like, whoa. And of course, the first thing you think about is coronavirus. My God, is someone going to cough on me or something? But then I decided to go, I breathed and I said, I am the divine creator of my own health and bliss and happiness in this lifetime. I'm going to walk straight and proud and protected and strong through everything, and I will not be affected. And that's how it happened. I wasn't affected. You see, I'm here, I'm healthy. I'm not coughing, I'm not sick, right? Just as an example. And I did not let that fear get to me. I did not let my vibration go down to the point where I could be susceptible to negative people, to negative entities, to negative thought forms, to that negative collective trauma that's happening right now to infiltrate my mind. So you have to make the choice. Make the choice now. Say, I'm not going to buy into this. Of course, I'm going to do what I need to keep myself and my family healthy. I'm going to make good choices, but not based on fear, not based on trauma, on the collective happening. I mean, we know it is happening, but it's being made bigger than it needs to be, right? Especially in the collective. I'm seeing it in the collective. I'm seeing this dark cloud of chaos up there. So it's your choice whether to step deeper into your practice, into your presence, into your I am divine starseed being. I am strong. I am creator. I stand in my strength and in my health and in my power. I meditate every day. I connect to my team of light. I have automatic protection. I am shining my light from within. You're being asked to shine your light from within and to step deeper into your spiritual practice now. This is what you're being called and asked to do. And you have to make that choice. Because if you start buying into the fear, then you're so off balance that how can you meditate? How can you step into your practice? You're just confused. And I'm feeling the energy, and the energy is one of confusion and stuttering. Like when I tap into those energies, I feel them. I feel like it's like you'll be paralyzed. You won't know what to do. And how can you truly move forward or meditate or do your practice in that state? Tap into it for a moment. It's like it's panicky, it's paralyzing, it's wanting to run with the crowd to the supermarket to buy bags of rice and beans. It's wanting to hide, put your head under your pillow in your house and never leave again. It's that type of energy. And it's kind of like, I see it as a crowd of sheep that are all suddenly running and stampeding in one direction, and it's just pure chaos. That's what I feel when I tap into that, right? And so don't let yourself be pulled into it. And I'm encouraging you to make a positive choice for yourself now, that you will really deepen your spiritual practice, that you will be positive, that you will be strong, that you will be empowered. And you need this. You need this because I don't know if it's going to get better. The scenario I'm seeing for the next few months, when I look into the collective, it's not necessarily going to be really great. Okay? It's not necessarily going to be great at the 3D regular reality level that we see around us. So you have to step into your power, into your faith, and into your own timeline. And it's possible. I'm a living example. I'm just going to turn around. So maybe you can see something else here, something interesting in the back there. Ooh. I'm a living example. I don't think anyone has traveled as much as me, been exposed to so many different people from all over the world. I don't think anyone has seen so much trauma and difficulty in the family like I have. It's a lot. But how do you see me here? I'm standing in my power, and I'm shining my light, and I am moving in flow and bliss every single moment. And things are unfolding for me, and things are manifesting at an incredible rate for me right now, even though all this is happening. And how is that possible? Because I choose my best timeline. I choose to visualize heaven on earth every day. I choose to see myself happy, healthy, prosperous, high vibe around people that I love. I choose to visualize this, believe this. I choose to have faith. I choose to call in my guides every day to help me when I'm traveling, specifically to open up different possibilities. And I made a little travel vlog. I haven't really published it yet because I don't know if it will be interesting, but what happened when I traveled from Frankfurt to Vancouver was amazing. The way my seating changed in the airplane, the way I wanted to upgrade, it wasn't possible. And then I was in a sea of people squashed in the center, and people were coughing, and it was like, it wasn't good. And then they called me. They said, come here, come here. Here's a seat with 2 rows empty beside you. Come. They picked me out of every single person in the airplane to go there. Then they gave me a box of chocolates at the end, apologizing because they saw that I wanted to upgrade and it wasn't possible. I had the best flight ever. It was beautiful. I was able to sleep. I had space. I had the right people beside me. All the flight attendants were so nice and friendly. I felt so loved and cared for. When I came out, I was led in specific queues, specific places, specific areas, and I was just really open to the flow of synchronicity that would lead me safely and happily and in the best possible way back home to Canada. And that's how it happened. And every day I am open. I'm calling in my divine bliss, my divine flow, and every day things happen that I don't expect. I got a phone call, let's go here, let's do this, like being very spontaneous. And in order to survive this transition, in order to truly be able to jump onto that higher timeline, you have to be very flexible. You have to be flexible. You can't be rigid in your plans. You have to be open. Ask your guides to lead you, and you have to be open to little choices that feel good, that feel right, that feel, oh, okay, I should do this. Okay, following those positive impulses will lead you safely through the eye of the storm. It will lead you through the storm, and it will create the eye of the hurricane around you like a bubble, so that wherever you go, you will be safe and you will be protected, and you will have the best possible experience. So right now in March, right, there's a lot happening. So are you going to buy into it, or are you going to create your own 5D timeline of bliss and perfection and health and calmness and peace? I choose to do this, and you can do this as well. So it's important right now that you make that choice. Think about, what have you been thinking about the last few days? I ask you, have you been talking about the coronavirus? Have you been talking about politics in a good or in a bad way? Have you felt yourself panicking and seeing the world go down? Have you watched horrible movies like zombie movies where the world is ending and focusing on that? What have you been doing? How have you been having conversations with people you know about this? Are you ranting and raving, oh, the world is going down, this is blah, blah, blah? Or are you saying, this is happening, but I'm safe, I am happy, I choose a different timeline? How have you been talking about this? Observe yourself a little bit and start to make the choice that's good for you, that leads you to the higher timeline. Perhaps you've been pulled down from the higher ascension timeline through all of this. You can jump back on again. Do it. Jump back on. It's a little bit of this, the wobble, right? That's what we talk about all the time. But make the choice now in March to jump back up into the bliss timeline, into the 5D ascension timeline. Bring paradise down for you personally. And the problem is you can't be responsible for anyone else. Everyone has their own journey. So if you see a lot of other people suffering and stuff happening to them, every soul has its own journey, and you cannot save or be responsible for others. You can do your best and shine your light, and that way you are making a huge difference, but you cannot expect any other specific person to follow your lead or to do what you think is right. Everyone chooses their own experience, and you have to know that, and choose yours wisely. Choose the best experience for you. Choose the ascension timeline for you. That's what you can do. That's all you can do. And then you will be safe in March, because things are not going to get better anytime soon, I believe. That's what I'm seeing. But again, there's many different reality timelines for 3D as well. But I just want you to be prepared. Let's change the vision again a little bit. See, ooh, that little one back there. See, the sun's coming out. The sun is coming out. How beautiful. And the sun is coming out to show you that you can live in the light if you want to, and not buy into the illusion of doom and darkness and pandemic scenarios. You don't have to buy into that. Stand strong, shine your light, and you will be okay, all right? Now that is the main message I have for you for March. Okay, so I love you all very much. Thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions or comments about this, down in the comment section, please ask. I'm going to check the comments. I'm going to answer. Soon I'm going to do a live stream as well about the subject. So stay tuned in the next few days, and then we can talk more intimately about this. Thank you so much. Natasha, Cosmic Empress.